Senator Bongo at saka si Senator Ronald Bato ay talagang close yan kay PRRD. Tama? Ms. Garma?
Opo, Mr. Chair,
Okay.
Your Honor.
On that day, you said that you were called by the President. Dalawa lang kayo nag-usap.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tapos, hindi mo inaamin dito sa amin sa previous hearing na hindi ka malakas kay Presidente Duterte.
Yeah, I think so, Mr. Chair, na
Ngayon, inaamin mo na malakas ka sa kanya. Because I can see from the scheme of things, tatatlo lang naman yung opisyal na malakas. Ikaw, si Colonel Leonardo, at saka Senator Bato de la Rosa.
yes po.
And the President gave you special attention, and yet, you are very brave and blatant to say na hindi ka malakas kay former President Duterte. Alam mo, Madam Garma, nabasa na yung paa mo, maligo ka na. Yun ang sabi ni Chairman Barbers. Ang ibig niyang sabihin, may alam na kami, nagsabi ka na ng konti, ibuhos mo na, maligo ka na ng todo, sabihin mo na ang buong katotohanan.
In relation to the question of Congressman Rhodes, this diagram, Ma'am Garba, bakit parang wala po kayo dito?
Mr. Chair, hindi po ako kasama sa workflow po dyan. I'm not the one operating the whole operation. Hindi po.
Yung ano po, alias Muking, lalaki ho to o babae?
Babae po, Mr. Chair.
Ang pangalan niya po niya is Ermina Muking Espino po. ASEC ng PMS. Tama po ba ako?
Yeah, yes, Mr. Chair. Now I remember, yes.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, next hearing, I think we have to invite.
Yes, we already asked the committee secretary to invite Ms. Moking
Thank
in
you.
our next committee hearing.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Congressman Gonzales. The next to interpolate is Congresswoman Franz Castro. You have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So based doon, Mr. Chair, doon sa summary ng kanyang affidavit, si Ms. Garma, nakita natin dito yung flow ng money. So makikita natin, Mr. Chair, ang driving factor bakit marami po yung pinatay na mga may hirap dahil may rewards. At itong rewards na ito ay inaano pa yan ng kota, di ba? Tama po ba? Dito sa EJK ni Duterte ay ito po yung driving force, yung reward kung bakit ang dami pong mga pinatay na mga may hirap. Kinukumpirma niyo po ba yon, Ms. Garma?
Mr. Chair, with regards sa quota po, I think discretion yun ng mga RD, PD. But with regards to the rewards, nag-exist po, Your Honor.
What do you mean?
Sa quota po, hindi po nakotahan.
Okay, so wala yung
discretion.
quota.
Discretion.
Pero yung, Mr. Chair, yung reward system na kasi dito yung flow ng yung flow chart ng inyong affidavit, basically reward system at may flow of payment, di ba?
Nag-exist po.
Nag-exist.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Nag-exist.
Yes po.
Okay. So ulitin ko nga, ito yung dahilan kung bakit nagkaroon ng siguro na entice ang mga operatives, ang mga pulis para doon sa EJK. Tama.
Posible po kasi hindi
Okay.
ko rin din alam kung ano po iniisip nila, Your Honor.
Tama kasi
Posible.
sa flow mo kasi, flow ng payment, so mula kay Bongo, di ba? Binibigay yung pera kay Ermina Espino. From Bongo, bumababa kay Edelberto Leonardo. At from kay Leonardo, nagpupunta yan sa chief ng regional SOG, PIDEA, Bucor, hanggang sa CIDG, hanggang sa all regional chief ng CIDG. So, yun po yung flow ng payment. So, tama. Dun sa ano nyo dun sa ginawa nyong diagram.
Your Honor, kasi kung minsan hindi dumadaan sa RD, parang may naka-assign na focal point. Depende kasi po kung ano naging arrangement. Si Sir Leonardo lang po nakakaalam.
Okay, so
Your
therefore,
Honor.
from Leonardo, and from Bongo, Senator Bongo, lahat napupunta kay Leonardo.
It appears that way po.
Yes.
Kasi nga, yun ang sabi ni Pedro na galing na pinapadala sa kanya.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so yun na po ang na-establish natin, yung pera nanggagaling kay Bongo. So syempre, galing yan kay PRRD. Tama? Kasi dito sa diagram nyo, parang directly in-implicate nyo na si Duterte, Rodrigo Duterte.
pagdating po, it's just a communication flow, Your Honor. But I do not know kung galing po doon. Basta ang sinabi lang ni Pedro, si Muking ang nagpapadala. So,
Okay,
kung
pero si
saan man
Muking-
kinuha niya ni Muking, that I do not know. Pero
Yes.
pagdating po kay Bongo po, siya ang bini-meeting ni Sir Leonardo. Siya, nag-meet sa kanya, nakikipag-arrange.
So, alam naman natin, Mr. Chair, na si Senator Bongo at saka si Senator Ronald Bato ay talagang close yan kay PRRD. Tama? Miss Garma?
Opo, Mr. Chair,
Okay.
Your Honor.
So ito pong ulitin ko yung pagtatanong dito sa funds. Kasi Mr. Chair, kung napansin niyo 2017 hanggang 2022 lumobo ang confidential funds. No, from naging 400 plus billion ang confidential funds. So do you think yung pera po ay isang source po ng pinagkukuhanan ng rewards ay yung confidential funds or intelligence funds?
Ayoko
Miss Garma.
mag-speculate po, Your Honor. Hindi ko po
Okay.
alam kung anong source,
Okay.
Your Honor.
So, kung hindi niyo yun masasabi, obvious naman, Mr. Chair, no? Pagdating dito, no, kay Bongo tsaka kay Ronald Bato, close kay PRRD, at ang pera, ang flow ng pera mula kay Bongo hanggang kay Muking patungo kay Pedro. At si Leonardo yung bahala dun sa ibang pagbibigyan ng pera as the matrix show or the flow chart show. Minention mo si Peter Lim at doon sa affidavit ni Kerwin parang ini-implicate ni parang sinasabi doon sa affidavit ni Kerwin na pinapa-implicate si Peter Lim doon sa war on drugs or doon sa droga. Hindi mo minention si Michael Yang. May alam ka ba kay Michael Yang?
Wala po, Your Honor. Kaya ako lang na-mention si Peter Lim because I was assigned in Region 7 at it appeared that he is the biggest drug lord sa Visayas area. That's why siya lang ang naaalala ko as far as Visayas area is concerned.
Okay. So hindi mo alam na baka si Michael Yang ay sa Mindanao area naman?
Wala po akong alam, Your Honor.
Okay. By the way, ang mas mataas sa inyo ni Leonardo ay si Colonel Leonardo, tama? Kayo po yung...
Yes po, class 96 po siya.
Okay, class 9.
Your
Kasi sa affidavit ninyo po, kinausap kayo ni PRRD para bumuo ng task force at naisip ninyo si Leonardo. So,
Wala po siyang, hindi siya nagsabi na bubuo kami.
okay. Pero naisip niyo po, dahil wala kang experience, si Leonardo yung naisip mo.
Hindi po. Very specific po instruction, operatiba na Iglesia ni Cristo. Definitely it's not me because I'm not an Iglesia ni Cristo, Your Honor. At saka hindi talaga ako operatiba.
Yes, sinabi niyo po kasi sa affidavit ninyo na wala nga kayong experience. Hindi rin kayo Iglesia ni Cristo.
Nagpahanap lang po.
Pero alam ninyo, si Leonardo ay Iglesia. Bakit ba Iglesia ni Cristo? Tinanong mo ba si Presidente? Bakit si Duterte? Bakit Iglesia ni Cristo? Di ba? Oo, bakit nga?
Nahiya ako magtanong, Your Honor. Nahiya po ako magtanong. I just complied.
So dahil alam mong Iglesia ni Cristo si Leonardo, siya yung kinontak mo. Siya
As
yung sinabihan,
far as
nasabihan.
during that time po kasi, nakita ko kasi operatiba talaga si Sir Leonardo and I worked with him sa CIDG 11. So siya yung una, later part na realize ko pwede siya. So I mentioned his name kasi Iglesia ni Cristo rin siya at medyo may katungkulan siya sa Iglesia. So I think he is qualified, Your Honor.
Okay. So, well, nagswak naman doon sa requirement ni Presidente Duterte, si Leonardo.
Sa tingin ko po na kasi siya naman po na atasan, so perhaps po na-qualify po, Your Honor.
Okay. So, dito sa affidavit mo, Mr. Chair, talagang talagang mention si Leonardo as part nung flow of payment o ng flow of rewards dito sa war on drugs or sa extrajudicial killings. Tama po ba?
Actually, lahat po ng officers, it's a public knowledge po. Takot lang po sila magsalita. Pero lahat po ng officer na nandito po sa loob, alam po nila yan, public knowledge lang po. Ako lang po naglakas loob magsabi, Your Honor.
So lahat ng mga officers dito, so ibig sabihin si Marcos, alam niya yan, lahat ng PNP, si Torre, yung mga yan, alam na po lahat.
Yes,
Lahat.
Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Sa PIDEA naman, Mr. Chair, nag-show po kayo ng list, di ba? Merong new list, may original list, may PRRD list, meron yung isa pang category ng listahan. So, dito po sa mga list na to, may mga X. Ibig sabihin po, namatay na po yon, yung may mga X. So, di ko kilala po yung mga, yung nasa list, no? Ibig bang sabihin nito, ito po ay mga drug lords or ano-ano yung mga category nito? High-level target or drug lord, manufacturer, chemist, or whatever? Ano-ano po yung mga niyan, categories po, Mr. Chair?
Hindi kaya, pero
In the pictures that were shown in the presentation a while ago, Your Honor, the pictures were labeled as high-value targets and Binondo connection. There were two sets of, these are the two sets of pictures.
So, yung Binondo
Your Honor.
connection,
Yes.
so ito talagang literally Binondo? Bakit po
That was how
tinawag?
it was labeled, Your Honor. We are just showing to you what we were able to gather.
Okay. So, dito po walang pagdi-distinguish ng high-level target, drug lords, or manufacturer. Wala pong pagle-level dyan sa mga listahan.
None, Your Honor. It was just, they were just high-value targets.
Pero sinasabi nyo, this is a moving list. May napapalitan, may nalalaglag, merong nadadagdag. Tama po.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
But as far as the pictures are concerned, only additions were done.
On
But
the additions.
nobody was deleted. I mean, if you
Well,
look at the
Pag
monitor
namatay
now,
na,
ma'am, yeah,
okay. Pag
on the right
namatay
side,
na, parang wala na.
yeah.
So-
The one in the blue box are additions
Okay.
to the list on the left, to your
Okay.
left.
So PRRD list. So ibig sabihin originally nanggaling kay Duterte ang listahan na ito po, yung nasa Binondo connection.
The three lists, ma'am,
the three
were
lists?
originally called the PRRD list.
So nanggaling lahat.
I mean, the file name was a PRRD list and we just adopted it.
Okay. So ito yung mula pa nung umpisa na ipinagmamalaki niya ng mga listahan ng mga narco-politics or mga drug lords. Ito na 'yon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, dito sa mga listahan, na-bet niyo na po ba itong mga list na ito?
No, Your Honor. That's the reason why it was being validated every now and then, but when it goes back to the palace, we were informed that when the list goes down, additional names are included. So there is a belief that somebody from the palace or somebody from up there was including names. So it was very difficult to really vet it. But finally, come in the August 2020 list, but it was, when did they start remedied? Can you just show the slide? In 2019, the effort to validate this list started, Your Honor.
Okay, so natapos na po yung pag-validate or na-check?
The validation is continuing, Your Honor. It is still pending.
Are you conducting po the investigation po dito sa PRRD list?
Yes, it is ongoing, Your Honor. But you see, there is a remedied committee that is supposed to review this before they submit it to the Executive Secretary for names to be delisted, retained, or to be placed on suspension file. However, this has not been acted upon since the PBBM administration.
So nandyan po ba si Peter Lim tsaka si Michael Yang sa list?
Michael Yang is not there, Your Honor, but I think Peter Lim is. Let me just double check. But as far as Michael Yang is concerned, he is not in any of the lists. Peter Lim, yes. Peter Lim, positive, Your Honor.
Pero you have investigated Michael Yang kasi alam ko parang nag-imbestiga yata ang PIDEA kay Michael Yang at may positive na involvement siya sa drugs.
When I took over in November 2022, Your Honor, I immediately asked for the name Michael Yang if it was listed in our records, but there is no record. Yeah. Negative, Your Honor, for Michael Yang. No hit for Michael Yang, Your Honor.
How about yung kapatid niya po?
None also, Your
None
Honor.
also. Pero syempre, obviously, galing yan kay PRRD. And we know naman that Michael Yang is being protected by PRRD. So mukhang hindi siya talaga list na talagang na talagang hindi bias, di ba? Kasi mayroon nga ngayon ongoing investigation, di ba, kay Michael Yang. So baka unsolicited advice baka pwedeng imbestigahan po ng PIDEA.
Yes, Your Honor, because because of the Quadcom hearings, the connection of the POGO is now, the POGO and the drugs connection is
Yes.
now established.
Yes.
So it is being investigated.
Yes, thank
However,
you po.
Your Honor, let me just explain that in our presentation, we showed that you can tinker with this list. Yeah, you can play with the list. That's the reason why we bring it upstairs and it goes down to us. There are new names listed. But just to take as an example, the names of Mabilog and Wesley Barayuga. So, in other words, this list was being, manipulated without validation. Even if PIDEA was validating it, when it would go up to show the results of our efforts, the list when it goes down, there are more names added. So that's why, just to make sure, we already joined list 1, 2 to have list number 3.
Okay. Kailan niyo po mababalidate lahat ng mga nakalagay na mga listahan niyo po doon? Kasi parang tingin natin talagang tumitibay yung conclusion namin na parang war between among drug lords ito. So, pwede nyo bang maklasify yan as mga drug lords, mga pushers lang, or whatever? Pwede bang magawa yon ng PIDEA?
Yes, Your Honor. If you look at the monitor in front of Your Honor, you can see under September 2, 2020, the approval of guidelines and procedures in the conduct of, etc.
Okay.
This is the process that we are showing to you, Your Honor, that it doesn't only take PIDEA to validate this list.
Okay. Sino po yung...
There is this remedied committee, which is composed of the SILG, the DG PIDEA, the Chief of Staff, and the Chief PNP.
Okay.
Unfortunately, as I was saying, during the PBBM administration, this list was never acted upon. That is why we have recommended to the palace that since we are conducting regular barangay drug clearing operations and we are conducting also regular seminar workshops on how we can review our watch list, we were recommending that this remedied list be incorporated already into our barangay drug clearing program so that they can be validated also. So there is no more need for the remedied, but we are waiting for the palace to act on our recommendation,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, kasi yung mga list nyo na nandiyan, tingin ko mga high value yan, ano. Iba pa kasi yung list ng mga barangay, no? During the drug war ni Duterte. Iba pa yung list na yun. Millions yun eh. Yung mga inaano doon sa nililista ng mga barangay, na mga nai-involve doon sa drugs na sinasabi ay siniseminar. So, wala dyan sa list, no? Iba pa yung list natin sa barangay level.
Yes, Your Honor, we would like to merge all of these lists together so that we will only have one list.
Well, hindi po. Pwede natin pag-ibahin, di ba, yung mga listahan sa barangay. Kasi 1 million yun eh, dun sa report na nakita natin during the previous hearings. So, 1 million po yan. Mga ano to, no? Katulad yan, mga may hirap na extrajudicial killed. No, yun po. Tapos ihalo nyo dyan sa listahan na mga narcolist yan, mga ganun po ba? I-merge nyo lahat ito?
Your
Mr.
Honor,
Chair?
the 1 million plus names that you are mentioning
In the
is
barangay.
just an estimate of the total number of I think drug users in the Philippines. There are no names, Your Honor, but we do our barangay drug clearing program. We have names, and
Yes, pero Mr. Chair, obvious naman eh, ang mga napapatay, mga mahihirap. Yung more or less from 3,000 yan hanggang 30,000 yan na estimated number of EJKs o namatay, ay karamihan doon ay mga mahihirap po. Kaya nga sinasabi natin, ang war on drugs ni Duterte ay war on drugs lang laban sa mga mahihirap. At ito ay labanan ng mga drug lords, ng mga kompetensyahan sa mga droga. So may ganun ba kayong investigation na nakita ninyo na nagkaroon talaga ng ng competition between drug lords?
Your Honor, we did not see any indication towards that, the competition concept. Because, again, the difficulty of having so many lists is that the list is very active. It's changing every now and then. And sometimes it happens that somebody is involved in a drug operation and he is not included in the list. So that was the difficulty during the
Okay.
drug campaign, Your Honor.
Sige. Pero ito po, no, nakita nyo naman more than 30,000 ang namatay dito sa AJK, sa estimate yan ng Human Rights Watch. No, sa pulis naman 6,000 dun sa kanilang listahan. So mapapansin niyo po, no, mas maraming namatay na mga inosente, yung mga users lang, no, yung mga street pushers kaysa doon sa mga drug lord o malalaking supplier ng droga. So ang ibig ko sabihin, Mr. Chair, dito ma-intensify niyo po, no, yung pinagkukuhanan ng droga, no, yung operations dapat ay ma-intensify yung sources ng mga droga, like yung nagmamanufacture, etc. So, yun lang po, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Thank you, Congresswoman Castro. The next interpellator is Congressman Romy Acop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Iksihan ko na lang dahil alas 11 na eh. Pedea, ang sabi po ninyo, may listahan na noong July 2016.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, and whose list was that?
It is the PRRD list, Your Honor.
And then, would it be safe to presume na itong listahan na ito ay galing sa CIDG?
Honestly, in our deep research as to how this list came about, it is PNP CIDG Region 11 who came up with this list, Your Honor.
And at that point in time, who was the head of Region 11 CIDG?
If I am not mistaken, it was Commissioner Napolcom Leonardo, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sinabi mo kanina, when one of my colleagues was asking you about the list, sinabi ninyo na yung listahan, dinala po sa inyo. Would that be correct?
What we gathered, Your Honor, was that there was a meeting. There was a meeting in Camp Crame, and our chief, the director of intelligence service then, attended that meeting, and he was given a copy. This is the list number 1 that we are mentioning in our presentation, Your Honor.
And did I hear you right? Na yung listahan na yun, ibinabalik nyo after checking?
Yes, Your Honor. That was the story that we got from the...
Bakit kailangan yung ibalik yung listahan na binigay sa inyo?
I think it was to validate, Your Honor, the list if the names therein were really personalities in the...
So, DG,
Drug company.
kayo ang validating agency ng listahan ng Camp Crame. Would that be correct?
Your Honor, we were just part of the agencies that were validating the list. I would presume that the AFP and the PNP would also be checking on the list, Your Honor.
Tapos pag binalik nyo, binabalik sa inyo, may dagdag na pangalan.
That was the observation, Your Honor.
Thank you. Now, General Ernia,
Yes, sir.
you're now the NCRP commander, but you were formerly the head of the Directorate for Personnel and Records Management.
You're correct, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Hindi po ba ang policy, when you transfer personnel from region to region, the commanders are supposed to be asked whether they want the transfer or not?
Our policy states that you have to get the accommodation to the gaining unit, and you have to get an availability for transfer from your current unit. If you satisfy those requirements, then the order can be issued by the Directorate for Personal Records Management, Mr. Chair.
And it is only the officer who is transferred. Hindi yung lump sum na nililipat mo. Di ba? Kasi pag nagdala ka ng tao mo na 5, it is frowned upon by headquarters Camp Crame.
When I was the Director for Personal Records Management, Mr. Chair, we discouraged yung tinatawag na parang hakot, Mr. Chair.
That is why it's frowned upon.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's right.
Now, in the case of Colonel Patay, he was transferred from Davao del Norte, if I'm correct, Colonel Patay?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
You were transferred to NCRPO, isang team, di po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And then it is by order of the Chief Philippine National Police.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Ang tawag nyo doon, shoot-out order. Walang dinaanan, basta in-implement ng DPRM. Would that be correct? Di ba? General Ernia, ganun?
Mr. Chair, there are cases that we call shoot order. And normally, it is upon guidance of, for third level, normally it's upon the guidance of the Chief PNP.
That is why I said, si Colonel Patay was transferred from Davao Norte together with his team to NCRPO and eventually to be assigned Station 6 of the QCPD. Hindi ba, Colonel Patay?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. And then the same is true with Colonel Marcos insofar as CIDG is concerned. He was brought and assigned to Region 11 CIDG together with his team. So kung titingnan mo yung mga movements, talagang may plano. Di ba? There's a plan na ganun ang mangyayari. And maybe that is the reason why yung si Colonel Pitalio ay na-assign sa Laguna, na-assign sa Rizal. Now, DG Lasso, can you provide this committee the areas where extrajudicial killings involving drug or drug-related killings were rampant in this country? Pwede po ba kayong magbigay sa amin dito sa committee na ito, yung mga probinsya, mga lugar kung saan maraming drug-related killings?
Your Honor, we can do that, but respectfully, I would like to seek the help of the PNP by providing us the details of the 6,252, the data on the persons who died during anti-drug operations totaling to 6,252. Why? Because of this number, only 173 was initiated by the PIDEA and 1 was initiated by NBI. 6,085 is attributed to the PNP, Your Honor.
And out of the 6,000 plus, ilan po yung high value targets, ilan yung users lang, at saka ilan yung pushers pursuant to the Tokhang operations?
Your Honor, we do not have that data with us. We will try to distinguish the victims as to how they were categorized, Your Honor.
Thank you. Madam Garma, meron po kayong affidavit at saka diagram na binigay. Pero tama po yung sabi nila, wala po kayo. Hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your
Now,
Honor.
how would you know these things kung wala ka sa sistema?
Nung pong umpisa po na inaayos po ni Sir sa CIDG, yung mga ganyan po, since friends ko rin naman sila, and parang nalaman ni Sir Leonardo din na kaya siya ang na-mention dahil po nagtanong sa akin si Presidente, nagkukwento po siya. And pag nandun po ako sa kusina, nakikita ko yung movement.
So lahat ng impormasyon mo tungkol dito sa war on drugs na nakalagay dito yung sa iyong affidavit at saka dito sa diagram na binigay mo, galing po lahat ito kay Colonel Leonardo in your meetings with him?
Yes, Your Honor, and yes po. And yung experience din nila sa ground, as
Hindi,
na...
kasi experience nila sa ground. So in other words, sa lahat ng bagay, hindi po kayo kasama, pero karamihan sa detalye ng operation ng war on drugs, alam po ninyo. And yet, you say, hindi ka kasama sa sistema.
Alam ko po, Mr. Chair, kasi po, kami po din sa ground, nakakahalubilo ko yung R2 namin, yung mga operatiba, yan po pinagkukwentuhan. And there was a briefing na pagkausap ko siya, si Sir Leonardo, nakukwento niya yung level, sana ba yung level 1 na yan? Hindi, dahil pag level 1, ano lang yan, ordinary, nag-explain siya. I cannot recall na lang po yung specific amounts po sa lahat.
Okay.
Nag-explain po siya sa akin.
On that day, you said that you were called by the President. Dalawa lang kayo nag-usap.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tapos, hindi mo inaamin dito sa amin sa previous hearing na hindi ka malakas kay Presidente Duterte.
I don't... Hindi ko alam kung malakas. Yeah, I think so, Mr. Chair, na...
Ngayon, inaamin mo na malakas ka sa kanya. Because I can see from the scheme of things, tatatlo lang naman yung opisyal na malakas doon sa level na malakas kay Presidente. Ikaw, si Colonel Leonardo, at saka Senator Bato de la Rosa. All the other officers, PNP officers, assigned in Davao, nasa ilalim pa nga ninyo eh. Tama? Kasi, Madam Garma, all the signs are there na malakas ka kay former President Digong. Kasi sa isang ceremony sa Malacanang where generals of the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, Bureau of Fire Protection, and the Philippine National Police, naka-white duck silang lahat eh. At ikaw lang ang colonel, lieutenant colonel na mapromote sa full colonel in blue attire.
Yes
And
po.
the President gave you special attention, and yet, you are very brave and blatant to say na hindi ka malakas kay former President Duterte. I would have cited you in contempt then because you were lying. Pero now that you are cooperating, aaminin mo ba ngayon?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I have...
Mabuti, inaamin mo. Ngayon, insofar as the question of the Honorable Fernandez is concerned, whether you have romantic ties with the President, I leave that to the imagination of the Honorable Fernandez. Hindi na ako magtatanong doon. Kasi kung magtatanong ako, baka umamin ka eh. Kaya ayaw ko na rin. Sa totoo lang. Baka umamin ka. At anyway, yung binanggit mo na pangalan, Romel Bactat, Rodel Serbo, Michael Palma, they were all members of CIDG.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Chair.
And how did you come to know them?
I was assigned with CIDG 2005 to 2008.
And how
So-
did you know their specific assignments vis-a-vis Colonel Leonardo?
Sinasabi po nila eh.
Sino nagsasabi?
Sila po, sir. Kung nag-ipon-ipon, sir. Okay. And sa ma-observe naman sa movement, paki-encode mo to, ganon. Makikita mo, okay. So, pag pulis po, chismosa po tayo. So, nagtatanong po tayo, Mr. Chair.
Kaya ako
Kaya po, nalaman
nagtataka,
ko po.
Madam Garma, alam mo ang sistema, yung general structure at saka flow ng communications at saka flow ng monetary considerations, pero hindi ka kasama sa sistema. Hindi ako makapaniwala doon, Madam Garma. Now, itong si Bactat, Serbo, and Palma were already dismissed, I think, this year, right?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Sa dami ng kaso nila. They
Yes.
were dismissed administratively. because of the administrative cases filed against them. Would that be correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Now, dito sa diagram, kilala mo ba lahat yung mga tao na nandito? Dito sa ginawa mo?
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Except for alias Muking?
Sir, I was really trying to recall her first name talaga. Honestly,
Pero
I
kung
cannot.
first name, in other words, you knew her last name.
Espino or Spina, I wasn't sure. Pina-research ko rin po yung kagabi, hindi ako nabigyan ng sagot po. That's why it's a public knowledge naman
And
when you say Muking.
How did you
siya
come
po.
to know that the money came from her office going to a certain Mr. Pedro Parungo?
Sinabi po ni Pedro, sir, yung pong sinabi ko na kumakamot siya ng ulo, sabi ko, oy, bakit? Sagot niya sa akin, problema ako, ma'am, kasi marami ng pera pumapasok sa account ko, nasisita na ako. O, saan galing? Galing kay instruction kunin, pinapadala ni Muking. Yun po ang sinabi niya sa akin po.
We have questioned the former Commissioner Leonardo in the previous hearings that we have had. He has always denied itong pwesto niya dito sa diagram na ginawa po ninyo. He has always denied that whenever we have asked him that question. And now, here you are stating na siya pala ang paymaster. Now, who is telling the truth between you and Colonel Leonardo?
I am telling the truth, Your Honor.
You are saying the truth na siya talaga ang paymaster.
Yes po.
Pero hindi mo alam na ang codename niya ay Eagle nung tinanong ka ni Juan, ni
Hindi.
Honorable Rods Gutierrez.
Hindi po ako, kasi codename ang ginagamit nung talagang directly involved po. Hindi po kasi ako na, kaya hindi ko alam na Eagle po.
Well, alam mo
Wala
yung
akong
mga
transaction sa kanya.
sistema eh. Ako nga, wala ako sa sistema. Alam ko yung codename na yun eh. Di ba?
Yes po. Honestly speaking, I didn't know po na Eagle siya. Ang codename po niya.
Alam mo, Madam Garma, sabi ni, ito I learned this from our chairman, si Chairman Ace Barbers. Nabasa na yung paa mo, maligo ka na. Yun ang sabi ni Chairman Barbers. Ang ibig niyang sabihin, may alam na kami, nagsabi ka na ng konti, ibuhos mo na, maligo ka na ng todo, sabihin mo na ang buong katotohanan. Kasi, as far as this representation is concerned, hindi mo pa sinasabi lahat.
Yun po sa Eagle talaga po. I cannot recall. Hindi ko po alam na siya yung Eagle. Kasi po, code ang ginagamit ng mga nasa ground, but ako I don't use Eagle. I don't know kung sinong Eagle nga po eh.
Now,
Sir.
you have also stated in your affidavit na yung mga ibang opisyal, hindi naman lahat, na nakaka-deliver, yun ang terminology mo, ay nabibigyan ng reward ni Colonel Leonardo. Do you still cling to that statement of yours?
Ang sinasabi ko po, Mr. Chair, hindi po directly binibigay. Sometimes may na-assign na dun idadaan tapos siya magdi-distribute. May ganung setup po na nangyayari.
Ibig
Meron
mo sabihin
din po-
may ina-assign si Colonel Leonardo na tao para magbigay? Yung bang ibig mo sabihin?
Hindi ko po alam kung siya nag-assign or may nag-volunteer, I don't know. But what I am aware po is merong dun ibibigay, tapos yung officer na yun ang magbibigay dun sa chief of police or whoever is yung may trabaho. Meron pong sistema din po na rekta sa kanya. Tapos irerekta din na ibigay. So it depends po kung ano yung naging arrangement sa kanya.
Kung
Yun po yung
Kung yung
understand.
provincial director ang nag-accomplish o nag-deliver, paano ang paraan para siya ay nabibigyan ng reward?
Pwedeng diretso yung PD sa kanya or may inassign po yung PD to communicate dun po sa tao niya. Pwede pong ganon. Depende po sa arrangement na gagawin po nila. Your
Pwede
Honor.
rin hindi dadaan sa regional director? Yung PD?
Pwede rin po yun, Mr.
Hindi.
Chair.
Tinatanong kita. Yung,
May ganun
hindi
pong
yung pwede ang gusto kong sagot eh. Kasi, yun nga yung sinabi ko. Nabasa na nga yung buong paa mo, ayaw mo pang maligo eh.
May ganun pong pangyayari po. Pwede po, depende po sa naging arrangement po ng officer sa ground sa kanya. Kasi ang arrangement is siya po nagde-decide eh.
Would it be correct, Madam Garma, na si Colonel Leonardo was in charge basically sa mga na-assign na mga magdi-deliver sa CIDG? At si Senator Bato de la Rosa would be in charge doon sa Special Operations Group ng mga regional and provincial offices? Would I be correct?
Hindi po eh. Ang alam ko po, kay Sir Leonardo lahat po, diretso.
Kanino?
Kay Sir Leonardo po lahat diretso.
Diretso?
Yes, sir.
Yung mga nagkli-claim?
Even SOGs po. Ang
Kay
pagkakaalam
Colonel
ko po.
Leonardo lahat tumidiretso?
Opo. Or, meron po na dedicate na officer na dun ipadaan yung pera tapos siya magdi-distribute.
And you stand by that
Yun.
on your honor?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Now, Colonel Patay,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
ikaw ba ay nakakobra?
Wala po, Mr. Chair. Sa MOA lang po ako at saka sa PADS, Mr. Chair. Kasi marami pong personnel sa Station 6 sumabot ng mula 300 hanggang 600. So, 1,390 po yung ano namin. Wala po akong ano doon, Mr. Chair.
No?
Wala po akong natatanggap doon, Mr. Chair.
Doon sa mga napatay dito sa Quezon City.
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
So, what you're trying to tell us is, Madam Garma is the one lying.
Hindi ko po alam yung ganun, Mr. Chair. Ganun, yung mga schemes na ganun.
Ang galing mo.
Kasi po, Mr. Chair, di man po ako nasa ng Davao City, Mr. Chair.
Hindi porket hindi ka na-assign sa Davao City, hindi mo alam yung scheme na yan. It's not logical. Di ba? Bakit ako? Hindi ako na-assign sa Davao, pero alam ko na ngayon. No, following your logic, Colonel Patay.
Mr. Chair, ngayon ko lang rin narinig yung mga ganyan na ano, na nag-confirm si Colonel Garma.
Isang conclusion lang yung nangyari. Di ba, Colonel Pitalyo? Nabukulan.
Sir.
Di ba? Doon sa linggo ninyo,
Yes, sir.
nabukulan.
Parehas kami siya ni Colonel Patay.
Na nabukulan ka rin.
Yes, sir.
How about you, Colonel Grijaldo? Nabukulan ka rin?
Hindi ko rin alam yung scheme na yun. Your Honor.
Kasi kumakalat na sa inyong chat group eh. Huwag niyong aminin na kwan eh. Na may reward. You know why? Bakit ganon? Kasi yung pagtatrabaho ninyo, it's no longer service for the country and people. It is service for profit. Yun ang nangyayari. And that would be the impression that we have insofar as this committee is concerned. You were not doing your job just because you love your job or you love this country. You were doing that job because of the reward. Di ba? Kaya kumakalat sa inyong chat ngayon na huwag aminin. Pero mas naniniwala na ako ngayon kaysa sa inyo kay Madam Garma. Kasi at stake na yung buhay niya eh. Kayo, nandiyan pa kayo. Naka-uniforme, may baril sa tagiliran. But in the case of Madam Garma, tama yung sabi niya kanina. Takot na siya. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Akop. Meron lang akong gustong i-confirm muna kay Colonel Marcos. Hindi ko ma-imagine kasi yung sitwasyon kanina when he was asked about the warrant na na-issue ng isang judge sa Samar. No? May ano yung is that a search warrant or a warrant of arrest?
Search warrant po, Mr.
Yun ang
Chair.
in-issue ni Judge.
Opo.
Search warrant.
Search warrant po.
And earlier, sinabi mo kasi, inutusan mo si SPO4 Laraga ba yun? Laraga?
Police Major Laraga po. He was Police Major din, sir.
I heard you said kanina na you ordered Major Laraga to arrest si Mayor Espinosa. Why would you make such an order? Hindi lang siya arestado, nakadetain na siya eh. So bakit ano yung what was the logic behind that order?
The main purpose of the search warrant, sir, is because of the...
No, yung arrest order that you ordered Major Laraga to implement. Sinabi mo kasi kanina, sabi mo, I ordered Major Laraga to arrest Mayor Espinosa. Di ba nakadetain na siya?
Yes, sir, but if we will have a positive result on based on the implementation of the search warrant on illegal drugs and possession of firearms, we will also arrest him to file another case. Because it would be a separate case doon, sir, na nakakulong po siya. Kasi ibang kaso po yun, sir.
So every time na merong I am sure when you served the search warrant, nag-coordinate kayo sa BJMP ng Albuera. Ng Albuera ba? Anong jail yun?
By sub-provincial jail, sir.
Yeah, but you've coordinated with them, correct?
Hindi po. Ang coordination po namin doon lang po sa Baybay City Police Station, sir. City Police Station. Yung po ang coordination
hindi
namin.
ba protocol or SOP na magko-coordinate kayo with the provincial jail warden at saka syempre yung mga jail guards?
Yung po sana, sir, ang normal procedure. Kaya lang po, based po doon sa validity po, sir, ng search warrant at doon sa intelligence information that some of the jail guards are already involved on the, kumbaga, nasusuhulan na po doon sa drug trade, sir. So, we would think if we will coordinate, baka, sir, ma-clean up, sir, yung lugar, wala kaming abutan doon.
So, by not coordinating with them, kasi ang feeling nyo, sila ay may connection dun sa
Drug trade, sir.
drug trade sa loob. Kaya doon kayo sa police nag-coordinate.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
when you
yes, sir.
entered the jail, the provincial jail, kanina narinig ko, sinabi mo that 19 personnel kayo.
Yes po, sir. Not all CIDG. Meron pong maritime group po kami kasama.
Lahat ba yung 19 na pumasok sa jail nakasuhan?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So you were all respondents to a case? Lahat kayo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
At you're telling us na yung 19 na yon na-dismiss yung kaso?
In RTC court, sir.
So lahat kayo na-dismiss?
Na-acquit po, sir.
I'm sorry, na-acquit. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Kasi it's still a puzzle to me kung bakit nagkaroon ng order na magkaroon pa, kailangan pa pala ng search warrant sa loob ng kulungan, no? Isa yon. Di ba normally ang ginagawa nyo, Oplan galugad, di ba? Gagalugad, meron kayong info dun sa loob. Hindi naman kailangan na ng search warrant.
Yes, Mr. Chair. We do that also in our jail facilities sa CIDG, the Uplang Golugad. It is also a normal procedure on BGMP and Bucor, sir.
And if it's a normal procedure, yung galugad, ba't nangailangan pa kayo ng search warrant?
Based po sa justification ng provincial officer ko, si Major Laraga, he was holding an intelligence information pertaining to the drug trade on his deponent. So, dinala po niya yung pag-file ng search warrant doon sa judge, na-convince po niya yung judge na mag-issue ng search warrant para i-search po yung facility.
Yun nga, natanong niya kanina kasi ni Congressman Paduano. Kaya paulit-ulit nga yung sagot mo. Sinasabi mo nga may order ka kay... Kasi ang pagkakarinig ko nga kanina, nabanggit mo that you actually instructed si Major Laraga to arrest the already arrested and the already detained Mayor Espinosa. Yun lang ang sa akin hanggang sa ngayon ay still a puzzle to me. Kaya ko lang natanong ulit. Yes, Congressman Paduano, you want to make a follow-up?
Mr. Chair.
O sige, si Congressman Acop.
Yun dun sa inyong puzzle. Yung puzzle po ninyo.
Yes.
Kaya nag-apply sila ng search warrant para makapasok at mapatay nila yung tao. May reward yung patay eh. Yung buhay wala eh.
Tama.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Salamat. Salamat. May I know, Colonel Marcos, meron ka bang STL?
Wala naman po, sir.
Wala ka bang, is it correct, Colonel Garma, na wala siyang STL? Basa ka na.
Mr. Chair, nung nasa PCSO pa ako, kaibigan niya po yung may-ari ng STL sa area kung saan po siya assigned. So, I think nagkaroon ng partnership when the time na-detain po yung tao na may-ari nung STL.
Yan ba ay si JY Archers, Colonel?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, you are a partner of JY Archer?
Hindi po. Bali, ang nangyari po dyan, may-ari po ng JY Archers, yung franchise owner po, problemado po siya sa pag-implement po ng franchise na nakuha niya sa PCSO. Because there are a lot of illegal gambling in South Cotabato. So, ang ginawa ko po, based po on the instruction po ng PCSO at saka ng CIDG, kasi mandated po kami ng CIDG on operating on illegal gambling, tinulungan ko po, Mr. Chair, para po ma-implement po niya yung STL franchise niya.
Sige, para hindi tayo magtagal dyan, babalikan natin ulit yan sa sunod. So, you better convince this committee, Colonel Marcos, in our next committee hearing. So, Congressman Paduano.
Chairman, just a rejoinder with regards to the issue being tackled just this afternoon dun kay Colonel Marcos. Colonel Marcos, kasi na-establish na yun, di ba? May jurisprudence na with regards to Supreme Court ruling, na walang compelling reason to apply for such warrants dun sa jail. Na-establish na yun. And second is question of deponent, no? Establish na rin yun. Now, kaya nga pinaimbitahan natin si Colonel Laragay in the next hearing at saka yung deponent nyo. Yung deponent mo na you mentioned doon sa tatlong search warrant, no, na in-applyan nyo doon sa kay Egay Alvarez, kay Mayor Espinosa at saka doon sa bahay. So para malinaw tayo doon. this will be a lesson to everyone na hindi pwede yun. At saka, established na yun, question of deponent, dapat may direct knowledge. Eh, wala siya dun sa kulungan. Paano, anong intel report na sa pinagsasabi niyong deponent has dapat may direct knowledge. Now, balikan ko lang po yung 5.1 billion ni Kerwin Espinosa as alleged by Colonel Marcos kanina po. Alam mo, Colonel Marcos, pinatawag ko talaga yung sinasabi mong tao from the AMLAC na nakausap mo. He's not a lawyer. Yung isa po lawyer, but a year ago, wala na po sa AMLA. Ngayon, nandito po, yung isang tao, nakausap mo rin si Mr. Art Bacoli. Mr. Art Bacoli, kindly take the seat. Para tapusin na natin to. Colonel Marcos.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Now, Mr. Art Bacoli, are you still with the AMLA?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
I have not taken your oath, please.
Not yet, sir.
Chairman, can we...
Comsec, please administer his oath.
Sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this public inquiry, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Please, kindly state your name and your circumstances with the ALMA.
I am Mr. Artemio Baculi, Financial Investigator of the Anti-Money Laundering Council, sir.
Thank you. Have you met Colonel Marcos in Leyte?
Yes, sir.
When was that?
September of 2016.
Kita mo, Colonel Marcos, mas na-recall niya. Ikaw hindi mo matandaan kahit buwan mo lang at saka year. Now, during this afternoon's hearing, Colonel Marcos claimed that there is a 5.1 billion being freezed by AMLA with regards to the properties and cash of Kerwin Espinosa. And that data, as alleged by Colonel Marcos, came from the AMLA when you visited Leyte with Colonel Marcos. Is this correct?
No, sir.
No.
The frozen amount did not reach billion, sir.
Sorry.
The total amount frozen did not reach billion, sir.
Oh, Colonel Marcos. And it was also confirmed this afternoon when we asked the AMLA for the actual data. Eh, maliit po yung kay Kerwin. And now, the person you have met in Leyte is telling this committee that you are not telling the truth. Yung pinakita mo sa akin dito is all about newspaper reports. Inquirer.
Mr. Chair, first, maaari pong nagkamali po ako sa pagkaintindi ko. Pasensya na po sa taga-AMLA. I apologize po, sir. Kasi po nung makita ko po yung newspaper clippings, kala ko po yun na po yung whole amount. Yung kasi ang labing lumabas po na news article, GMA, Inquirer, pertaining po sa laundered money na 5.1 billion. So, Attorney, pasensya na po. I apologize.
It's okay, Colonel.
And you apologize to this committee because this is an open hearing. And Colonel Marcos, kanina nga muntik na kita mapakontempt eh. Inintay na nga ako ni Chairman Akop eh. Dahil dun.
I'm sorry, sir. I apologize to this honorable committee for assuming, sir, the figure amount of 5.1 billion.
Okay. Personally, your apologies taken.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I do not know from Chairman Akop. Anyway, Chairman, last na lang po. Ito, with regards to Colonel Birida, pasensya na po. Kasi it's around mag-12 o'clock na po in the evening. So, pasensya po, you will be asked by the members in the next hearing siguro. No? And I just like to, yes, do you want to say something?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Pasensya na po. Anyway, ganito lang po, kanina I was so emotional when I talked to, especially those PNP officers present in this hearing. Kasi po, nakita niyo na po, si Colonel Garma has executed her affidavit. Kulang pa po. Pero alam nyo, isa-supplement yun ng iba pa. Kaya ako, I suggest, eto, depende sa inyo. Alam ko, sabi nga ni Chairman Akop, kumakalat ng text sa inyo na huwag gumamin doon sa payments. Pero pag may nag-execute ng affidavit, bahala kayo, problema niyan. Kasi as of now, may affidavit na kaming hawak. Kaya wala rin tayong time. Next hearing, ipapatawag namin lahat. Kasi kompleto na po kami doon. Kaya nga pati service record nyo, pinakuha ko na, kompleto na kami. Pati yung mga deaths and killings related to drugs. But of course, we need an official record from the PDEA. Pero mayroon na po kami. Kaya nga diretso ko sinabi kanina na except for Colonel Bilila, iba yung case niya. Colonel Patay, di ba you committed last hearing during the human rights that you will submit all the list of those personnel that you brought in from Davao to Q3?
Your Honor, I already mentioned some of the names of...
Hindi kompleto yun, Colonel Patay.
It was, the other names that I did not mention was mentioned by some of your colleagues. I cannot remember the name, Mr. Chair.
You cannot remember?
I cannot remember the name of your colleague who mentioned the names of my personnel that I failed to mention during the first meeting.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, may I ask the COMSEC of the Committee on Human Rights to retrieve all the list, all the names that was mentioned during the hearing dun sa Committee on Human Rights with regards to PNP personnel brought by Colonel Patay in Station 6. Alam mo, Colonel Patay, may mga pulis dyan na mag-testify. Hindi ba tao? Kaya, yun yung sinasabi ko. We don't want to do this, but you have to cooperate. Now, if you don't want to cooperate, wala kami magawa. Diba? We'll be forced to follow our internal rules. Ganun din po sa mga Colonel Rialdo, Pitalio, kay Barandog, tsaka yung sa iba pa kasi next hearing, imbitahan na po namin yung iba pa. Pati mga underclass, nandyan. I hope. But of course, we cannot force you to issue an affidavit, but sabi ko na nga, siyempre, harapin yung consequences. Chairman, thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Congressman Padilla.
Para sa iba pang karagdagang mga balita at impormasyon, ay huwag po nating kalimutang mag-like, share at comment sa video na ito, at huwag po rin nating kalimutang mag-subscribe to continue supporting us. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood, at naway tangkilikin po ninyo ang aming YouTube channel.